Hello guys, welcome back with me, Chacha 2025. Now we're gonna read Richmond Investigation. It's gonna take a while since I'm not finishing all of them. Flick, 27 years old, Warrior Village, Republic, Archer Captains, original member of the Total Liberation Army. Flicks from Warrior Village. Their custom is that a young man has to go on a journey to complete his manhood ritual. Flick is in the middle of that journey, but he doesn't plan on returning to the village. While he was on his journey to manhood, he met Odessa, and she changed his life forever. Odessa became first leader of the Total Liberation Army, with him as her first lieutenant. Flick and Odessa were lovers, but she was assassinated early on in the war. I can tell from the look on his face that he still sometimes thinks about her. Victor, 32 years old. Oh, he's old. North Window. Position Infantry Captain, seeking revenge on Necklord. The Sompton was destroyed by that Necklord guy. That's why he's always traveling. It seemed he was on an errand in South Window when Necklord came, and so he was the only survivor. When Victor got back to his village, everyone had been turned into bloodthirsty zombies. They were all eating each other. Blatch. I don't know exactly who that Daisy girl was. Maybe his little sister, maybe his lover. There's no one left to tell me, and Victor ain't talking either. And Vicky, 16 years old, from anywhere. Magic unit. Note, watch out for her teleport. It looks like this chick isn't even from this continent. I think she's only wound up here because one of her crazy teleport mistake. Could it be teleport shock? She said that just before she came here, she was celebrating the birth of the Torn Republic, but it was 3 years ago. This also creates theory that Vicky not only traveled through geography, but she traveled through time. She was talking in her sleep. I guess what the hell could waffle means anyway? Sina, 19 years old, Kuan, Turan Republic, Royal Grot, son of President Lepin. It looks like his womanizing has caused a lot of embarrassment for President Lepin too, but he'll never be able to change his way as long as he lives. It sounds like President Lepin was quite a playboy in his youth as well. That's why it's hard for him to be too tough on Sina. Lepin playboy. Sina has a soft spot for his mother, Alien. I'll bet she's really babied him when he was a kid. Cliff, howling for his guild, Archer in pursuit of a woman. Looks like Cliff is a member of something called the Howling Voice Guild from Harmonia. They're a secret group that centers around the use of those gun things. A gun is a tool made of steel, but that's not all. I hear that those guns have special souls too. People say that Guns of his Storm has a soul of its own. What the hell could that mean? Maybe it's got true Rune embedded in it. Maybe. Hicks, 20, Warrior Village, Republic, position infantry soldier, trying to become a warrior. He left Warrior Village to complete his journey of manhood, but it looks like he's not really too interested in becoming a warrior. Tankers sure push him around a lot, but for all that they're still a well-balanced couple. Hicks' sword is named Tanger. It's an old custom in Warrior Village to name your sword after the most important thing in your life. Like Flick named his sword, Odessa. Tanger, 18-year-old Warrior Village, Torn Republic, infantry soldier, no, traveling with Hicks. She is the daughter of the village chief of Warrior Village. She and Hicks have known each other since they were kids, and now they're a couple. Also, it looks like she had a run-in with Necklord in the past. Well, she's a cute girl, but she's worried too much, but she thinks she's doing everything for Hicks' sake. After Hicks' journey is over, she wants to go back to Warrior Village and get married right away. Fudge. Damn it. It's gonna be a while. So I'm gonna keep skipping until I open all the story. Okay, Fudge. Fudge, 14 years old, Goya, domain of the Dragon Cave. Infantry soldier, not former Dragon Knight. He was once a full-fledged Dragon Knight, but it seemed that he was dismissed from the order after he lost his mount, Black. He's been depressed ever since his War Dragon Black died while protecting his life. It looks like he was on his way to the Great Shrine in Crystal Valley to find out how to get a new dragon. It looks like he was on his way to the Great Shrine to find out how to get a new dragon. I think I'm not gonna use this. Maybe I use from Suki's Swords. And I introduce you to the web to learn more about Suikoden. Okay guys, I'm not gonna do that Richmond investigation. So I'm gonna read this. It's from Suiko's Swords. Okay, I'm gonna read it from Abizola, 76 years old, mining cavern in Tito City, is Navy. Secret, come on, give me a break. If I get too close, that thing will get me. It looks like our ugly friend here has a wife, if you can call it that. The other day he's messed around with Vicky while she was walking on the docks to teleport him into the middle of the lake for his trouble. I die. South Window City Special Force. His neighbor back in South Window sure hated him. They said he did all sort of weird experiment in his cellar. He called himself a genius, but others than that elevator, he still hasn't come out with really useful invention. Alberto, 31, Rocac Special Force. He used to be an apprentice for a barrel maker, but he quits for a life of music. He thinks of Annalie more as a daughter than as a little sister. He looked at her just like he's her papa. Alex, Musity, Regard. It sounded like he thought there was gonna be gold in those cinder ruins. Tough luck. He wanted to make Hilda's life easier, but he actually made it a lot tougher with all that adventuring. Well, that's his way of showing his love, I guess. He still hasn't given up on the idea of Cinder Tracer. Right now he's tracking down some new leads. Amada, 26-year Iceland Republic, non-Island Republic. I heard you can't wake up in the morning without a big help of fermented soybeans on rice. I'm a big fan of natto myself. The island countries are really a collection of small island nation for shop far south of here. The people there are famous for their great seamenships. Siemens. Okay, island country. You're gonna show up in Suikoden 4. When you line him up next to Rikimaru, the two of them looks quite a manly combo. Anita, Nemo's country, cavalry. Anita's swordmaster is some famous swordman from the Southlands. She get her fucking Rune when she complete her training there. She drink too much, also women despise her, cause when she gets drunk, she willing to go home with just about anybody. Annalie, 17, Holy Kingdom of Harmonia, Special Force. With Annalie incorrigibility, a unit that has already and in turn get a chance to go again. Annalie was born in Harmonia, but her parents were killed under suspicious circumstance. It took her a long time to open up after that. She first met Pico and Alberto at a friend's house. That meeting changed her life forever. She seemed pretty happy now, if you ask me. Apple, 18, Seika, Terran Republic, 5 strategies. After her parents died in the war between the Scarlet Moon Empire and the City-State of Jowston, she was given a scholarship to study under the great Matthew along with Shu. When Terran War for Liberation started, she was studying in Crystal Valley in Harmonia, but she left right away to lend her help to her master Matthew. Apple first met Shu when she was just 11. She had no parent and she was pretty taken in by him, kinda like a schoolgirl crush, I guess. Ida, 17, deep in the forest near Green Hill, Archer Captain, Guardian of the Forest. If you put her together with other people who use bows. With Ida's forest walk ability, you can pass through forest terrain as easily as it were an open field, but be careful because you can't do it if you also have cavalry ability in the same unit. She was born in the forest, her life is dedicated to protecting the forest, and she says she'll die in the forest. Padox, 38, Grassland Special Force Beastmaster. He's a Beastmaster. He used a rune called the Rune of Mindfulness to talk to animals. I'll tell you one thing though, he's not too good with human relation. Sometimes he feeds the pigeons up on the roof of the castle. Barbara, Northwinder rear guard. Barbara is from Northwinder too, but she had just moved to Ribu when the necklace incident happened. She was married a long time ago, but she and her husband didn't get along, so she left. Bob from Grassland. Bob was born in the village of lycanthropes, but one day a sorceress named Windy appeared and burned the village to the ground, killing everyone. The rune that he used doesn't give him the power to transform. That's his natural power. The rune just helps him to maintain his human form. Oh, Bob is a lycanthrope. When his body weakened, his body transformed more easily. The other day his knees too hard and caused him to change. Bolgan, 16. Oh, Bolgan's so young. Jackson, Royal Guard. Unlike Rena and Ellie, Bolgan is from Jackson. He used to be in circus, but he ran away. That's when he met Ellie and Rena. He learned that fire-breathing trick in the circus, but what kind of circus use magical runes anyway? Secret, he's been studying in the library lately. Looks like he's hoping to go to Green Hill Academy. Boris, Two River City, General, Commander of Cobalt Army of Two River. If Ridley died, you use Boris. He's a chief of his old pa as far as his soldiering goes. He's every bit as good as Ridley. He's really into his appearance. He's brushed his fur and for over an hour every morning. He's really hurting inside over his father's death, but he's such a pro that he won't let it show. He's one hell of a man. I mean, Cobalt Camus from Grassland, 27 years old, cavalry captain, former member of Red Knights of Matilda. I heard that if he fights together with Miklotov, they can do a night attack. He's originally from the Grassland, but he moved to Matilda when he was young and took the test to become a knight. He and Miklotov become knights on the same day. He got a rough manners, but he's a knight all the way. And the guy is as tough as nails. Chacho. With his flight ability, any unit he's in will be able to fly during war. If you combine that with cavalry ability, you'll really be able to cover a lot of ground. Wingers wing are damn useful. Wingers, when you want to jump down from a high place, I guess it's not really like flying though. He got dumped by his girlfriend recently, but he'll be okay. A boy like him will let something like that keep him down. Chihara, age 1, Ano nephew. He was just born, but he's being raised with lots of love, probably. Cliff, holding for his girl. Okay, I'll read it. Connell, Forest Village, 12 years old. Chronologist. Connell Dad was a musician too, so he went to the Holy Kingdom of Harmony to study, so he could follow in his footsteps. He's worried about his little sister, who he left in Forest Village. He asked for Aris villager to watch after her, but still, sometimes monsters hold on to sunset too. I'm pretty sure it's those Doremi Alf. Ali, age 17, Grassland, Royal God. She's been traveling ever since he left the Grassland. As far as her knife throwing goes, she's the real deal alright. She's got a big inferiority complex toward her big sister, who can't blame her. After all, Rina is so much sexier. She's got a thing for you, alright. She's always worried about you when you head off into combat. Wow, you really got it going on, do you? Amelia, Green Hill City, Strategist Retinue. In war, the unit Amelia is in will be able to see their attack percentage before they attack. She's a smart lady, alright, but in the law department, she's still illiterate. That's why she reads so many romance novels. The newest bestseller is For Love of the Empire by Millie, The Flower of General. Millie's writing the book. Feeder, Special Force, yes, that thing is scary. I heard it come from some place called Something's Valley. How should I know? You can't interget something that doesn't even speak our language, can't you? I'm sorry, but give me a break. Feature, Coroner's Mirror's Principality, Strategy Retinue. According to Muse law, Fitch is the mayor of Muse, but if you ask me, he ain't got the stone for it. At least half of his dummy act is put on to make people underestimate him. Is his strategy. Fisher can sleep with his eye wide open. That would be a useful trick when you gotta listen to some boy running off at the mouth. Flake, Warrior Village, Torrent, 27 years old. Okay, where do you read Flakes? Fleet Yamamoto, 25 years old, Reddit, south window. He's got a home in Reddit, lives there with his wife. It's a regular love nest. I can't stand this. He really worships that old guy, Grand Mayor. He might have gone down in history as one of the great mayor if it hadn't been for the war. He's so happy when he's together with Yoshino. I can't stand to look at it. Fudge. Where are the red fudge? Gabocha, 13 years old. If he fights alongside Gengan, they can do special attack called Cobalt Attack. He looks up to Gengan as smart as that he follow him here. All he ever talk about is Captain Gengan. Sometimes he Cobalt Attack does something really amazing. Gadget 3 from Jupiter Workshop. Looks like it can do something called a trick attack when he's fighting with Meg. It can't be easy partner up with that girl, Meg, either. The other day he hid from her by pretending to be a barrel filled with a pickled daikon. That thing just hit water. Meg was talking about waterproofing him, but he wants nothing to do with it. Gantetsu from Clon, Torn Republic. Apparently he was doing his training at a place called Clon in the Torn Republic, but he was excommunicated for his violent tendency. Never met a priest like him before. Seems like a mobster pretending to be a priest to me. Gengan, Cobalt Village near to River City. When his tail is standing up, it means he's happy. When his tail is down, it means he's sad. When he's found something delicious to eat, his ears stand right straight up. Gyansu. This guy would probably get along well with Shin. All he ever talk about is sword. He used to be work for anyone who could pay him, but he got tired of that life. You should see that guy's eyes when he's near the Star Dragon sword. He's not normal, I tell you. It's almost like he worship it. George Prime. This is the great person, man. Infantry Captain, formerly one of the 6th General of the Scarlet Moon Empire. He got a hell of history. In the Scarlet Moon Empire, he was one of the 6th General. In the Grassland, he was an Ebony Moon Knight. And in Felina, he was a Royal Knight. He just threw it all away. Never know by looking at him, but that old man loves sweet. I watched him put away 3 pieces of cheesecake in about 5 minutes. He can't go back to Felina because he wants for the crime of murdering the queen. What the hell could have happened back there? You need to play Suikoden 5 to understand this. I mean, great. Gijimu, Tinto Principality, Infantry Captain. This melee command of his increases unit attack power versus Archer and Magic unit. This guy's natural born bandit. He's mostly went after money-hungry trader though. Gilbert from Jackson, 36 years old. He was originally a mercenary Jackson, west of the Grassland, but he came here looking for a war to fight in. He's got a wife and kids back in Jackson. He wrote them later. Gordon, Rockland, Torn Republic, rear guard. I found one of his secret trade names. Flutes to Forest Village, deer antler from Forest Village. Secret memo 2, fur to shot window, deer antler from Rukaku, so stars from Rukaku, one from Gekminster. Yeah, not important. Hayu from Black Dragon Island, rear guard. I don't know the detail, but he's on the run from something they call the group. The secret Blue Moon Bird received off is for some kind of food that will make anybody who eats it happy, but I'm not too sure how it worked. He kinda said he was betrothed to a girl who was later killed. Before she died, he made her some kind of promise. Hannah, 39, 6-year-old, Nameless Land, Infantry Captain. Well, I don't know much about Hannah. Is a woman? Well, I don't know much about her, just that she wandered all the way here from Nameless Land for no reason anyone's know about. She's one wild child. She loved to eat meat, but why am I wasting my time investigating that? She doesn't talk much, but I think she's got along with Olon, the bodyguard. Hans, 33, Jackson Regat. He was born in Jackson and his family wasn't exactly rich. He had just enough money to get himself established here in the city-state of Jowston. That guy saves up a hell lot of money. I have no idea where he's hiding in all though. Hauser, New City, from General from the Commander of New City Army. General Hauser was the best military commander in the city-state of Jowston. He's good, believe me. Not as good as George, but he's really good. Annabelle was the civic leader of Muse, while Hauser handled its military affair. They were each excellent at their job, and that's why Muse thrived. Never seen anyone more devoted to his job. Tough son of a bitch, never even crack a smile. Hilda, New City, regards the steward. Before she married Alex, he was a nurse who made house calls. They say love is blind, but give me a break. She first met Alex at Muse Hopper Festival. They married 6 months later. They're a very happy couple. She really worried about her son Pete. He can't seem to make any friends. It's probably because they were way out in the country and then they had to flee because of the war. Hicks. We read Lick's ID. Hoi. Kanakan, 16 years old. You better be careful. I saw him sneak into your room a couple of times. He's an interesting guy. He spent most of the time just copying your attacks over and over again. He was loitering around in front of the bathhouse. I'm wondering what he was doing. Juan, New City, rear guard. Don't know the age. During a war, Hunt's heal ability will even let you heal a unit that's far away. Use it wisely though. The other Hunt did his medical training in Torn Republic. There was a guy there named Liu Khan, the healer, who was taught him everything he knew. Yeah, Liu Khan. Humphrey, 35, Torn Republic, Infantry Captain, former commander of Scarlet Moon Empire. Okay, we already read this. No, we're not. Thanks to the heavy hammer that Humphrey wears in combat, he can take 1 more units of damage than a normal unit. It would be a good idea to put him in a unit that takes damage easily. He was captain of the Scarlet Moon Empire elite guard, but he was forced out after trying to save a village from being massacred. He doesn't like to talk about it. When he was in the Torn Liberation Army, he used to fight alongside Flick. Jin. Sorry, but she's a tough lady, can get past her guard. I think I'm in love, I'm sorry. I can't say anything. Forgive me, this is all I can say, I'm sorry. She's one of hell performance is. Jazz, strategy retinue. Looks like Jazz was pretty deeply in love with Annabelle, but as her chamberlain, he hid his true feeling. All he eats for breakfast is a single croissant. He's a real weirdo, that one. He's not too good with bugs. The other day he walked under a tree and a bug dropped on him. I swear they screamed like a baby who just lost his bottle. Judy. Frost Village Green Hill Special Force. You can find plants on sale in town, on wandering monsters and rare finds too. I wonder what happened when he's done making that guardian deity. What the hell is it anyway? Judy was researching who most often dealt the finishing blow in combat. He's looking for a motive or something. He created that statue somewhere in the castle. Khan, Crystal Valley, Special Force, Vampire Hunter. The Motley family has been hunting vampire for the 300 years. It looks like Necklord has been their arch enemy since way back. His family been studying how to kill vampire for 300 years, but it looks like none of that work on Necklord. Once his job as a vampire hunter is finished, he say he wants to become a mineralogist. How weird. Karen, 17, Cusco Special Force. When she's dancing, she's a totally different person. I'll tell you, it's almost like she's got identical twin that she traded place with. She learned dancing in the Torn Republic. Her teacher was someone called Mina. Kasumi, 19th. 4th Army General, Vice General of Rukaku Hamlet. With Kasumi in your unit, you can find out your chance of successful attack against the unit by using her scout ability. Looks like she was born and raised in Rukaku, life like the other ninja. Maybe that's why she knows so little about the outside world. Once in a while, she headed for Banner Village. I wonder if she got a boyfriend there. Kiba, 37, General, former General of Island Third Army. Sounds like although General Kiba had a high position in the military, he wasn't very well compensated, if you know what I mean. General Kiba's first battle was for the defense of Fort Redlow. He led a small force of 100 men and managed to repulse 3,000 hardened state veterans. His war fell to Agres Black, but when Agres was killed by his son Luca, he came to us. He's a pretty complex guy. Killing, Kingdom of Highland. He's after the secret of the Sindar, but it seems he was also prisoner in the Kingdom of Highland for several years before you met up with him. Apparently that look of his in the costume where he was born something to do with the legendary cases on birth, or his native culture. Kinnison, 18, forest near Ube, archer captain. After living as hunter all alone in the forest, him and Zero are having a hard time adjusting to life in the castle. He fought alongside Zero to protect the forest from Highland, but he wasn't able to do much by himself. Klaus, 19, Highland Kingdom 5 strategies. Former strategist of the Highland Third Army, Klaus' ability give him a unit a good chance of avoiding an attack. It looked like Klaus taken after his mother for the time being, but you never know, maybe when he gets a little older, he'll become more like his dad. He's worried that his dad drinks so much he'll ruin his liver. Koyu, 16, from Tinto. When he's with Ginjimu and Lowen, he can use bandit attack. He's a good friend with Marlowe. They each have exactly what the other person wants. His brother-in-law Ginjimu and Lowen are his only relative. It's the time we live in, eh? The Bronte, Jackson, their god. He's a prickly old bastard, but once he got a couple of drinks of sake, he'll sing your ear off. What a racket. He saved that head of his cause he can't stand the idea of hair falling onto his armpit. What the hell does he collect all those Celadon urn for anyway? Leona, 32, Muse, her god. She originally from Toto. When it went up in flames, she was pretty broken up but didn't want to let it show in front of the customer. She may complain, but that's just for show. The truth is she loves taking care of kids. Lowen, 28, Two River Principality Infantry. She was embezzling money from one of the members of the Three House of Parliament in Two River, but she was found out and had to leave town in a hurry. She can be pretty tough on guys she like. Her dream is to open a little diner someday. If you ask me, it's hard to imagine. Long Chan Chan, LCC. From the Southland Infantry, master and student are a potent force when fighting together. You should check it out. He's the father of the dragon style of fighting, alright. He taught it all up himself. He's one tough little dude. Wakaba is his only pupil right now, but one day he wants to have a dojo with 10,000 in it. Lorelei, 20 years old, Kingdom of Highland, archer. Basically, she's searching for the secret of Sindar, but 3 years ago she took part in the Toran Liberation War. I heard she's only interested in strong men. The Sindar are a mysterious tribe that come from the north and left. The Sindar are a mysterious tribe that came in the north and left Rune in every land they visit. They finally went south and just disappeared. She got lots of rifles that are trying to solve the riddle of the Sindar before her. Let me tell you though, she crossed more than a few competitors in her lifetime. Luke, 17 years old, Mage Unit Captain. That sorcerer's Legnat is the keeper of the Gate Rune, one of the 27 true rune. Luke is pretty secretive about his past. I'm pretty sure something happened to him in the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia. 10 years ago he ran into some kind of trouble at a shrine. I don't know the details, but someone told him to keep his mouth shut about it. Makumaku, 6 years old, Green Hill Forest, Special Force. Number 2 in the tribe, he's cool on the inside but ferocious on the outside. What kind of report's that? Marlowe, 19. The mayor of Tinto summoned him to tutor his daughter, but he was too impressed by you that he left to come here. He really want to finish your chronicle. I think he'll be with us for a while though, by his progress. Maximilian, 65 years old, Torn Republic Cavalry Captain, former commander of the Maximilian Knight. The Maximilian Knights were part of the Scarlet Moon Empire, but they were disbanded because they helped the City-State of Jowston in their war against the Highland Kingdom. He's got a squire named Sancho, but he went back to his homeland. He heard there was a war and he went running. Mazus, 887. Whoa! In Torn Republic, he got an arc rifle named Crowley, who supposedly has over 100 runes embedded in his body. A long time ago, Mazus and Crowley had a showdown on top of a mountain. They unleashed so much power between them that it rained for a whole week and the mountain was leveled. Lately, the girls around here have been asking Mazus to make them love potion. Can you imagine a bad eye and loveless old goat like that making love potion? Max System, Land Camp, Torn Republic Special Force. She set off a journey to follow an old man named Jupo who was teaching her the lost art of the gadgetry, but lost track of him on the way. I guess he didn't want to be followed. I looked into her room the other day and saw a gadget all broken down into pieces. I can't believe she really put it back together. This girl doesn't think before she does something. There's no good reason for her setting off after Jupo either, it seemed. Makumaku, he jokes around a lot but he's a hard worker. Miklotov. Dark Axe, cavalry captain, former captain of the Blue Knight of Matilda. This guy got cavalry ability, so during a battle sequence, any unit you put him in will become a cavalry unit. He's the type of guy that say whatever is on his mind. That's why he doesn't fare too well in the ladies' department. He wakes up early every morning and trains for 2 hours before breakfast. That's why his Blue Knight were such a great fighters. Poor guys. A tributaries, from what I can tell, is kind of curious. Millie. She always going around with that pets of her Bonaparte. She seems to think it's cute, but I just don't see it. She called it buggy-eye mutant cute. I tried, but I just don't get it. You won't believe this. I saw Mitty actually go inside Bonaparte and take a nap in there. Moku. Very generous but strong too, is love curry. Mondo 35. People say he used to practice special attacks a lot with Kasumi. He's the ninja, right? Every morning he wrapped long cloths around his waist and run in circle. Is that some kind of training? He was planting some strategy seed in the courtyard and flying around. Is that some kind of training too? Muku. That cape got nothing to do with him flying, you know. But what do I gotta investigate a flying squirrel anyway? Looked like he used to live in the forest around Green Hill, but he sometimes visited Kiaro town in Highland. He's the leader of his tribe. He's brave with a sense of honor too. Nanami 16, Kiaro Highland Kingdom, Royal Guard. Wow, I feel sorry for you, alright. You had to eat her cooking when you were growing up. It sounds like she really wanted to back to Kiaro. She's got lots of memory from there. Does she really have to train all night long? All the soldiers complain about the noise he makes. Nina, 16-year-old from Green Hill City, strategist retinue. With the way she's been following Flick around, she could teach me a thing or two about investigation technique. She's a stubborn little flyer flock, alright, and nothing gonna stand in her way. She know that Flick sometimes goes on the roof at night, look like she's trying to get a chance to be alone with him. Olin, 27, from Harmonia, Royal Guard. She's one of tough bodyguard. That means even if the unit she's in is destroyed during a battle, there won't be any fatalities. It looks like Olin has a fan club of her own, but all the members are a girl. I found a memo of her. It said 16, 1989. I wonder what it could mean. Some kind of code, I guess. Pesmerga. Ichanon from Unknown, Infantry Captain. I still don't know what this guy really is, but apparently no one in the castle has ever seen him eating or sleeping. He moved pretty damn quiet for a guy with all that armor. I tell you, it's a little spooky. I'm still not sure what kind of creature he is. Some people say he's just a shadow from another existence, that is Uber. Pico. He's taken very good care of Anali. It's a little different than how he take care of other girl. He's broken a whole lot of heart while he's been on the road with his traveling band. He doesn't mean to, it just happened that way. Raura. Jean and Raura seem like they know each other well, but I can't seem to find out where they met. Scroll making is mysterious, alright. She takes power of crystal and puts them into vellum. It's really amazing. You want to know about me, Richmond. You want to know beside the fact that I'm handsome, wise, and brave. Don't get too close to the fire, kid, or you get burned. Ridley, 39, to River City General, Commander of Cobalt Army of Two River City. I've always wondered, so I took a look, and it's true. No matter how famous he gets, he still get a tail. Ridley has a son named Boris, who's the splitting image of him. Right now he's training in the nameless countries. Boris gonna replace Ridley if Ridley died at the Tinto battle. Rikimaru, 25, Seikatsuren Republic, Infantry Captain. This guy is a big eater from way back. One time in Greek Minster, he ate for 2 days straight. Couldn't pay his bill and had to run off during the night. His favorite activity is eating till he just about bursts and then sleeping for a whole day. What a life. He says he's out for revenge, but I really don't know. Rina, 18, Grassland. Rina and Ellie are sisters, but they are as different as dog and cats. Rina is poised and sophisticated, a real adult. You never know they were only a year apart. She says she's from the grassland, but the truth is, who can tell? She's been traveling ever since she was old enough to walk. She can handle her liquor, let me tell you. She's even beat Victor in a drinking contest. Rulodia, name Rulodia, 68, mining cavern in Tinto, Nephi. Hey, how the hell am I supposed to know Octopia I'm sick of? This is Baby Octopus. Sasuke, the ninja that has crossed with Kasumi. 13. He used to be very close to Kasumi of Rokaku, but he avoided her now. Well, that's how it is between men and women sometimes. He said that he only came here because he was ordered by Hanzo. But the truth is that he likes being out in the real world. Sina. Royal God, some oppression on weapon. It's like his womanizing has caused a lot of embarrassment for President. Okay, we read it before. Silo, 24, likewise. Damn it, that guy must cheat. He's taking all my bloody money. Damn, I don't get it. How does he do it? I can't stand it anymore. I'm out of gold. This investigation is costing me a fortune. Sin, 27. The Southland Archer Captain. There's a bodyguard. Sorry, I couldn't find it much. I thought he was sleeping, but all of a sudden he woke up and put his sword up to my throat. Scared the living crap out of me. I know he's from the south, but I can't find any more details. You know how that guy is. 9 years old. Well, looks like he's been with a Kinnison for a long time, but an investigation on dog? Zero is a hybrid of dog and wolf. He's pretty small for a mute. I saw him running around the other day with Gengan on his back. Shu, 26, armor strategist. With Shu critical ability, a successful hit in war sometimes causes double damage to the enemy unit. Shu studied military tactics under Matthew, but he was expelled for using his knowledge for selfish gain. He never saw Matthew again after that day. He'd think of Apple like a little sister, but he's such a cool customer, he'd never let his true feelings show. Sid. To River City Infantry. What with this guy? When I picked in on him, he was walking around on his hands upside down. Is that some kind of training or what? I saw him surrounded by a bunch of kids the other day. I thought he was playing with them, but it turned out he was telling them a super scary story. One of the kids even pooped in his pan. What a weirdo. He makes grave for fish after he eats them. He already got over 100 here. Sierra, Blue Moon Village, Special Force Inheritor of the Moon Rune. With the power of the Moon Rune, the vampire Sierra was able to become founder of an entire coven of lesser vampire. Although vampires live much longer than humans, even they die sometimes. All of them expect for the coven mistress Sierra, that is. Sounds like she got no plan to go back to her village right away. There's no one left alive there anyway, only the undead. Siegfried, 170, to River City. Now investigating mutated horse. Well, anyway, deep in the forest in between two trees, there's a place called Unicorn Village. I gotta admit, I like that bee style. It's so interesting girls. One way to win it with a guy. The other day, he took Sierra for a maiden and approached her. You should seen him after he got a whiff of her. Simone Federici, 32, Westminster, Cavalry, former Scarlet Moon Empire nobleman. He used to be a member of the Scarlet Moon Empire nobility, but now he preferred to travel, a real classy guy. Where the hell did he buy those clothes anyway? Even I, Richmond, couldn't figure it out. Stallion, 28, Torrent Republic Strategist Retinue. Original member of the Torrent Liberation Army. He's originally from the village of the elf in Torrent, but he left there to train to be fastest man alive. I wonder what that true holy rune of his is anyway. He sure runs around outside of the city pretty fast. From what I can see, he doesn't act much like an elf at all. Taiho, Kaku, Torrent Republic, Navy Captain, original member of Torrent Liberation Army. He used to be a fisherman living on Lake Torrent, but he got lost for life and want to see more of the world, if you know what I mean. So he came to the City-State of Jowston to work with a guy named Kunze, but the truth is he was just trying to escape his wife. His Shanko brother-in-law, but they've been friends ever since they were kids. Taki, 72. She's certainly got lots of interesting story to tell, but what's that about making cats sniff orange rinds? Well, Lady Taki got a couple of married sons living in Two River, but she couldn't leave Lackwest. She just laughed at please. When this is all over, she's gonna be back there. Templeton, 14, from Kanakan, strategy threatening, phonologist. Templeton was born in Kanakan, far south of the Torn Republic. He worked its way north while making this map of his. Templeton's specialty sword can allow the unit to move whether it's forest or castle. It's very useful for getting inside a castle from the outside. When his war is over, he planned to back to Turnpike for a while. Tengar, 18, Warriors Village, Storm Village, infantry soldier traveling with Hicks. She's the daughter of the village chief of okay, we read it already. Tenko, 67, from Crom, window maker. According to rumor, someone on the mountain path to the Torn Republic picked up a window set. He said if you see a window set in Green Hill, please buy it for him. He sounds kind of desperate. Teresa, 27, Green Hill City. After her father Alex died, the citizens want her to be mayor right then, but she was against it. So they created her position acting mayor for her. It was hard for her being the major daughter in school, everybody talking about her, staring at her. I know how she must felt. Everyone knows that she's really in love with Shin, but they're both so damn stubborn. Tessai, 37, cookies out window. Regard. I heard a rumor in that there's an iron hammer in Forest Village. If you want to get the copper hammer, you have to go to Gregminster. From what I hear, the silver hammer is somewhere in Green Hill. There's golden hammers somewhere too. Okay, you can read it from old book actually. Tatsu, 42, Blackquest Infantry. Never met a guy who loved bad more. He beats them by himself so he can be the first one in, you see. He's really interested in bad design. He's come up with several different styles out here. I don't know why, but the other day I saw him putting an octopus urn in each of the four corners of the top. I wonder what the hell that was for. Tomo Putomos is working so hard to get her parents back together, but with that stubborn father of her dad taught her how to wield the spear, but she got her good looks from her mom. Tony, 19, Matilda Knight Domain, Rear Guard. That guy spent all his time farming. He must be some kind of dirt fetish. He really had moles. Well, I can't blame him. They eat all those vegetables he raised so carefully. Sai, 37. He got one daughter and a wife he's separate from. I heard his daughter still goes on UB once in a while to meet friends. It looks like he's good with spear, but not too good with women. His daughter wants him to reunite with his wife, but he's more interested in this work. This one pierced a steel helmet with his spear. Ever since that, they call him Sai, the Divine Spear. Tuta, 11 years old, from Muse. Tuta is the son of one Dr. Huan's friends. At his age, he's still probably crying out for his mama when it gets ducks out. Poor little kid. Tuta Medicine Rune automatically supplies medicine to members of the group when they need it. It's pretty useful. Valeria. She studied swordsmanship for 3 years from a famous swordmaster in the Southland. After that, she went back to Scarlet Moon Empire, but her mind is still only on her swordsmanship. She got her fucking rune from her swordmaster. Must be some kind of proof of her rank, I guess. She was born in a poor village and worked hard to get where she is. Her village was burned on the ground while she was away, and all her childhood friends were all killed. Vicky, who already read this. Victor already read this. Vincent de Bowl, Gregminster, Kafari, former Scarlet Moon Empire nobleman. He used to be a member of the Scarlet Moon Empire nobility, but he doesn't stand on ceremony too much this day. He got a strong sense of duty though. I know he's friend with Simone, but even so it seems like he's got an awful lot of dearest friend. He and Simone often take tea together in the flower garden. I swear those two are living in a world of their own making. Wakaba. Her love of martial arts taught at a local dojo in her neighborhood, and she's been in training ever since. Yesterday she did 200 squats, 50 pull-ups, and 200 sit-ups, and that was just before breakfast. She tried hard at everything she does. She borrowed a jigsaw puzzle from a friend and worked on it all night. She got so frustrated that she finally busted up. Yamko, from Seika. They've been brother-in-law for a long time. They first met each other during a gambling brawl. It meant with Taiho. Taiho of Kimberly had got a secret crush on Yamko. Yoshino, 23, Freddy's wife. She was introduced to Fred through Green Mayor. I don't know what she sees in him, but they've been married for 5 years. Her specialties are her husband-wife attack with Fred and her meat and potatoes. I prefer the latter myself. Looks like she makes Fred promise that when the war is over, he'll go back to Radat and live quiet life with her. Lovely woman. Yuzu at 10, Forestville at Muse. The ship that traveled with her is named Taro. That one ship alone is not for eating. When I took a peek, I saw her branding names on her animal. One of them said hamburger, one said pork cutlass, another said Genghis Khan. As soon as I got close to that ship of her, Taro, she yelled at me. That one and not for eating. Back off, I couldn't believe my ears. Zamza, what a pain. I wanted to ask this guy some question and all he did was talk about himself. I couldn't even get a word in edgewise. 5 long hours. If you could just fix it so that his fire dragon rune didn't cause him damage every time. Okay, that's it. I think it's over with Suikoden 2 and we're going to move on with another series.